Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm going to do a real quick video on the LT Wright Bushcrafter. I've had it about 3 weeks now, I think it's right. No, 2 weeks. Had it 2 weeks. And have tinkered with it quite a bit. Hopefully, maybe Thursday, I'm going to be able to get outside and actually beat on it a little bit more and do some video that way, and then maybe even throw in some food prep with it. I have already batoned with this, done feather sticks, messed with it a lot, just here and there. Tested the edge retention on it more or less. I've used it cutting up some onion and peppers and stuff like that for cooking, and I've been tickled to death with it. But I'm going to go over some of the changes I've done, some of the mods. I will let you know right off the bat. In the last video, I told you that I'd contacted LT Wright about getting a left-handed sheath. They said, sure, send it to us, we'll send you another one. So I sent the right-handed sheath out on Tuesday. They got it on Thursday, and then the following Monday, I got a left-handed one in the mail. So customer service and turnaround was incredible on that. Now I've made some modifications to it, and we'll go over those here in just a second. I've also made some modifications to the knife, and I'll touch on all of those. And then I'll give you a few other little comments and things that I've noticed about this knife, and one comment that's probably going to surprise a lot of you. So let me get you turned around here where we can see what we've got. First thing that I've modded is the sheath. I've got to get a shackle. I'm going to use a stainless steel shackle to hook in there so that I can have my dangler. But the first thing I did, it come put together with a Chicago screw, and I took that out and went through my pieces and parts that I've got and was able to find a piece and put a snap on it. That way it'll be a whole lot easier to take on and off. The original design on this, it was fixed, and in order to take it off, you had to take your belt completely loose. So that's one change that I've made. Another thing that I've done is, if you notice the handle, the handle's a little more matte than it was in the first video. I have taken that and sanded it with 80 grit sandpaper and then rubbed it back down with wax, and that increased the grip on that handle a lot. One thing that I've done is I've patinaed the blade. Now, if I can get it to show up here. Got to get it just right so you can see it. There we go. If you notice, you see the raindrops in that? I tried something new. I put mustard on it and let it set for a while. I've got it on both sides. And let it sit for about 30 minutes, then clean the mustard off, and it gave it kind of a raindrop look to it. Then after that, I took it and put it in apple cider vinegar and left it for about an hour and a half, which was probably about 30 minutes longer than it needed to be, because it come out so dark that it's hard to see the raindrops on it. I did touch up the edge. I watched some videos on sharpening LT Wright knives from LT Wright themselves. And they said that almost all of their knives, where they sharpen them on a slack belt, come with a convex edge. So what I did is I took my sharpening stone setup and set it at 25 degrees and just touched everything up on it and made it even and consistent all the way across. Now, I've had A2 in the past and found it very, very hard to sharpen, and that it held an edge really good, but if you nicked it or anything, it was rough to redo. That carries over with this one. Now, that being said, since then, I have probably filled up a Walmart bag full of shavings, just constantly shaving wood, making feather sticks and stuff, just constantly doing this over the last 2 weeks. And like I said, I filled up a Walmart bag full of shavings, and this thing is still razor sharp. I use this in my batoning video and my notching video that I did in my knife safety series and knife use series, and have got to say the edge is still hair popping sharp. If I had any hair left on my arms, I'd show you, but I don't. So impressed as all get out with the edge holding capabilities of A2. Definitely see where it would shine in this application. Now, for the one comment that's probably going to shock everybody. Anyone who has watched my channel knows that I am crazy about SE knives. And I love my SE knives. But I have to say it, out of every knife that I've used, this knife has the most comfortable handle I have ever seen. I've whittled, I've notched, I've batoned, and I have yet to get a hot spot. I have yet to have it hurt my hands. The SEs have a tendency to put little calluses on my hands when I use them for long periods of time. I don't know if you can tell it, but a lot of the calluses are even starting to go away using this knife. The comfort in this, you can use it all day long and never get tired, if that makes sense. So that is just impressive to me. The spine on this knife is ungodly sharp. I have never had a knife before that had a spine this sharp on it. The one thing with that, though, you have to be careful, because if you put too much pressure on it, the knife will actually bite into the wood and not want to slide. When it comes to a ferrule rod, this thing will throw sparks like you wouldn't believe. So, no complaints whatsoever with this knife. The sheath, it fits good and tight in the sheath, so you don't have to worry about it coming out. I hate to say it, I really do, but LT Wright may have won me over from the Essies. Sorry, fly. May have won me over from my Essies. I don't know. Time will tell. But when it comes to comfort, I've definitely got to say this is the most comfortable knife I've ever used. So I don't expect, once I get out and actually start beating on it in the field, I don't expect that to change any. I know in my batoning video, I was splitting wood about 1 inch thick with it. Started out with a piece that was probably 3 inches across, 3.5 inches across, and batoned it with this knife. There was no shock back through the handle, and that saber grind popped wood apart just as easy as could be. So I'm definitely impressed. Don't know if I'll get another one or not. I don't see how anything could surpass this one that they make. The Genesis that they produce, the handle's just a little bit different. It's more of a Kep art style handle, but I don't know that it would be any more comfortable than this one here. So that may be something we'll look at down the road. But right now, no complaints whatsoever, and highly, highly recommend the knife if someone's looking for a good, comfortable bushcraft knife, because I've whittled with this thing and made shavings for as much as an hour, and my hand has never got tired, never got sore, never had a hot spot. So definitely impressed with it. Y'all have a good day. Like, share, subscribe, and hopefully here within a couple of days I'll get this thing outside and beat on it some more and let y'all see what it'll do. Talk to y'all later.